Doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good. Thanks for asking. So the obvious question, you're going back down to light heavyweight. Can you just talk about what went into the decision to go back down?
I mean, the heavyweight thing was almost like a trial type of deal. But I mean, if the other fight presents itself and it's a really good matchup, I'll definitely move back up to heavyweight. But my weight class has always been light heavyweight, so just getting back down felt good. I mean, the weight cutting part is always tough, but other than that, just finding people your size is always good.
Can you talk about the change up in opponent and how you've prepared for Alonzo Menifield on short notice?
I tend to do better with short notice fights, but it's not the first time it happened. It won't be the last time it happened. It happened to me more times than I can think of, but I think about it as like, spend all this time actually training, getting ready for a fight. And either I can be like, okay, I'll just wait, or I can just jump in there. And I tend to do better when I actually jump in there.
You were part of that first run of events in Jacksonville. Is there anything you brought with you this time around to make it easier now that you know what to expect during the process of fight week in the hotel?
Nothing necessarily. Just like, there's a lot of different things that happen, a lot of unexpected things that happen. And I'm just prepared for that. And anything that happens, I just kind of flow with it. I don't try to fight it. I don't try to do anything. I just kind of get in the flow with it, because a lot of those situations are out of your hand. And me personally, like Jacksonville, there was so much going on. Like I just kind of backed up and be, hey, where do I need to be? All I need to find out, all I need to know is where do I need to be and who am I fighting, and I'm good to go.
Final question. There's not too many big guys who are out there pulling off signature submissions. I just wanted your opinion. Who do you think is better at pulling off their signature move? You with the Von Flue choke, or Alexei Oleinik with his Ezekiel?
I got more finishes with the Von Flue. Hey.
Gotcha. Well, thank you.
Yeah, I got more finishes than he does in the UFC with it. So I mean, he's good with that. What is it again? Like Ezekiel choke. He's actually kind of slick with it. So, but it's cool. But I definitely have more finishes than he does in the UFC.
Gotcha. Thank you, OSP.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Gabriel Pengalangan with Dojo Drifter.
What's up, OSP? So your opponent is relatively a newcomer. You have almost 4 times as many fights as he does. So do you think that overall experience of yours will be a huge advantage in this fight?
Excuse me? Can you repeat that?
You have almost 4 times as many fights as your opponent this weekend. Do you think that experience of yours is a big advantage?
Experience definitely is a big advantage. I mean, he's still fairly young in the game, and he took the opportunity, he wanted to step up. So, and I've been around for a while, so I kind of know what to expect. So, experience definitely plays a lot.
Yeah, and it seems that whenever you win, there's a performance of the night bonus waiting for you after. But you've been alternating wins and losses lately. Has it been frustrating, trying to find that consistency?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that again?
You've been alternating wins and losses. Has it been frustrating that you haven't been able to win as consistently?
I would say it's been a little frustrating, but a lot of that came from my part, not taking. I wouldn't say not listening, but capitalizing on what I need to do. Like a lot of times you know what you need to do, but instead of actually biting on it, I'll kind of hesitate for a quick second. But I mean, I think I got that pretty much fixed in the works now. So I'm definitely in a place now where, you know, how I feel right now, how I'm going about things now is going to be a lot better for me and my, I guess, continuing career in the UFC.
Okay, and lastly for me, there's been a lot of movement at the top of the division lately. Yeah, but it's safe to say that you're always just a win or two away from being in that title conversation. Would you agree with that sentiment?
I saw that this past week, but right now I'm not thinking about that. You know, after this fight, I could probably start kind of figuring out what's going on and whatnot. But until right now, I'm not thinking about it. It's just, you know, I gotta fight Saturday, and that's what I'm shooting for right now.
All right. Thank you very much. Best of luck, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Augusto Niesque with Somos MMA.
Wings, how are you?
You doing good?
Okay, well, we can see that you are in your room, so I want to ask you, what do you do to kill time in there during the quarantine process?
Repeat that again?
Yes, what do you do to kill time in there, in your room?
Oh, me personally, I sleep. So I love to sleep,
Yeah.
so that's my recovery time. So sleep, I'm sure trainer's going to put on a movie or something, so that's pretty much what I do.
Okay. And talking about the fight, well, you're facing Alonso Menifield. We all know he has heavy hands, but you not only have knockout power, but also a great submission game. So where would you like the fight to take place on Saturday?
Personally, I don't care. As long as I get my hand raised at the end of the night, Alonso definitely have knockout power. I have knockout power in my hands and feet, and my submission game is very unorthodox. So I think anywhere can play out for me because I can hit you from pretty much anywhere, and if the fight goes on the ground, I can submit you from probably anywhere.
Okay, and now that you came back to the light heavyweight division, are you planning to stay here, or we could see you fighting in heavyweight again?
There's a possibility of me going back up to heavyweight. If the fight presented itself, the fight is a really good fight, I'll definitely take it. But other than that, light heavyweight, it is my weight class, and I love being down here.
Okay, and my last question. A few days ago, Jon Jones vacated his title, and there's a lot of speculation about him moving to heavyweight. According to your experience, how do you think he could do there?
As long as he moves just like he usually do, he should do good. The thing about the heavyweight, they definitely got a lot more power, but their cardio is not that up. So it's different, and it's a lot harder to move a bigger body too. But personally, he should do good. But if you fight somebody like Stipe, who has a lot of power, who can do a lot of damage, he might get in trouble. Or if you fight somebody that looks like Francis Ngannou, it becomes a factor in size and power. So.
Okay, thank you very much, OSP. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Our last question is from Rodney James Edgar with MMAsoldier.net.
Hey, OSP, what's going on, man? We talked earlier about you having, a very respectable amount of submissions, but I think it was mistakenly called the Von Flue choke, but it's been rebranded as the St. Preux choke or the Von Preux choke. So it's pretty much your signature thing now. But I didn't realize you had so many performances of the night. I think for you, stylistically, this matchup is really perfect for that because, like we said, this is a young guy who also has an NCAA linebacker background like you. Did you know that about him?
Oh yeah, I know. They said he played for Texas A&M.
Commerce.
I forget, but he played college, and then he played a couple years of arena football. So just from playing ball, I know he got strong hips. So you can tell look at him. He's really strong and durable and whatnot. But I come from that background too, so I know.
I feel like he's going to come out. Yeah, absolutely. I feel like he's going to come out super aggressive, try to take your head off. That's just my, thoughts. Obviously, you and your coaches have your own game plan, but do you feel like a brawling style is actually the worst kind of matchup or do you feel it's a good or a bad matchup for you? Because I feel like a brawler is not a good approach to take with OSP.
I mean, it's different. A lot of times when you have guys that brawl and stuff, you typically don't know what they're going to do because they don't really know what they're going to do. They swinging through fences. And me, I just like to sit back and kind of read people, but I'm also really good at countering too. So that works out in my favor. Because when you tend to overcommit, it puts you out of position. That's when you get in trouble.
So yeah, one more just follow up about heavyweight. Somebody mentioned earlier that you've always stayed very relevant in the light heavyweight rankings. But I wonder, if you wanted to make a move to heavyweight, that could affect your standing in the ranking insofar as you could be removed from light heavyweight and placed into heavyweight. So if those opportunities do come, like you said, good ones that you look forward to, would you consider just making a permanent move there and maybe making a run for the title in heavyweight?
I mean, to be honest, like I can technically do that in both weight classes. The way my body works, the way I feel right now, I can technically do that in both weight classes. Like I said, to me, it's more the opportunity if opportunity presents itself. Because at the end of the day, when you fight in heavyweights or whatnot, it's one of them things. It was my first time going up there, and to be honest, I wish I would have stayed in the pocket a little longer, a little more actually, because I dropped him twice. I dropped Rothwell twice, and I thought about it. I was like, okay, I have enough. I have the power that I can be in heavyweight. Because I don't think anybody in the heavyweight division has ever dropped him before.
Hey, man, I look forward to it, OSP. You always put on a great show. Good luck.
Thank you.
That's all we have for you today. Thank you.